Hi. Today I decided to make the class a little bit different because for this week plan it's speaking. So it's a little bit difficult to try to simulate a class. So I decided to make um, the class using the planning. So I'm going to start. For this week, I'm going to plan seventh grade class, and we are on unit 2, week 3. Okay, first of all, the pre-teaching part, we are going to do the routine things, checking attendance, um, like trying to motivate the students and pass the class agenda. Then we are going to start with the warm up. Okay, in this warm up, we are going to play a relay. So we are going to put the students into two two different lines. So we are going to ask them to go to the board. You can write on the board a line, like dividing the board. So each team have his part of the board. So we are going to take a chronometer and ask them to go to the board and um, write as many food vocabulary that they can remember. We're going to play like three different rounds. The first round is about food. The second one is about daily routines. And the third one, they are going to try to write how to determine a sentence expressing likes and dislikes. So after that, we're having the engaging. Um, we are going to use the warm-up activity for making some examples. Using the vocabulary that they write on the board is kind of important to them to try not to erase the vocabulary on the board so we can use them. Okay. So for example, if they put like a vocabulary, I don't know, tomato. So you can start write, I don't like to eat tomato, or I like to eat tomato. So they can connect how to write sentences about likes and dislikes and the vocabulary that they remember on the activity. We're going next on the introduction part. So in this part, they are going to watch a video. So I'm going to start the video. Here is the link. I suggest you download the video if you have any problem with the internet connection on the high school. Okay, here's the video. So I'm going to play it.
Let's sing. Hi everyone! Today I'm going to tell you about my favorite time, my free time. After school, on the weekends, anytime I'm free, after school, on the weekends, that's the time for me in my free time. My free time. I listen to music, play the guitar, or read an exciting book. What do my friends do in their free time? Let's take a look. Free time. Free time. Mish plays his drums or goes out on his bike. He watches sport on TV. These are the things he likes in his free time. Free time. Louise goes out with her friends or chats on the phone. When she's tired, she relaxes at home in her free time. Free time. Dima plays his bass and collects his soccer cards. He visits cool museums because he loves to look at art in his free time. Free time. After school, on the weekend, anytime I'm free, after school, on the weekend, that's the time for me, my free time. Free time.
Okay, and after the video, we are going to do an activity about frequency. So, looking at the vocabulary that we already have on the board based on the warm-up activity, um, and also the vocabulary that the students just saw on the video, we are going to write a chart in which we are going to write I never, I sometimes, and I always. And we are going to ask the students how many times during the month they did an activity, so we can like say go to the cinema. So they have to classify it using the charts how many times um, did they do it. After that, we are going to play Team Pictionary. We are going to use some flashcards. Here I post some links, or maybe you can like do the flashcards. The idea is to have flashcards like this with a picture and an activity like this, like water polo, cycling, ping pong, hockey. And after that, they are going to use a small board if you have, or you can use some papers. So they are going to take one of the flashcards, and one of the students is going to write in, like draw um, an image about the activity that they have, and the other classmates in the group is going to guess what is the classmate drawing. After that, um, we're going to um, ask them to write activities that they like and they doesn't like. We can choose like three. So tell them write three sentences using three of this activity that you like and three that you doesn't like. After that, we are going to play Go Fish. So they are going to have a set of cards each theme. So I suggest to print two pairs of the flashcards for them to have the possibility to play this game. And so they're in the same team that they have formed. Um, they are going to have five cards each of the students, and one asks, "Do you have, I don't know, cycling?" And if their classmates have, they give the student that have that card have to give him the card, or if the students doesn't have the card, it's going to say go fish, and they have like to go fish on the cards and try to find the card that he's wanted, and the game finished. Um, you can use when using a chronometer. So you can say that the game ends when the time runs out, or maybe depending on the time that you have, you can say them to finish when one of the students have three different words or something like that. Um, an option is to give them additional points um, for a pair of cards that represent an activity that they wrote before that they doesn't like or they like. So, for example, in the last activity, they write "I like to swim," and they have the pair of cards of swimming. So they are going to win another extra point. And on the last part, we have drafting. Here, last week, they were working on a pimple letter. So the activity consists, and you can like give them papers with the names of the older students or the classmates, and they have to choose one and write a letter using these outlines for them to know how to do it. You can write it on the board, and for this time, they have to write two foods and two free time activities that they like, and one food and one free activity that they doesn't like. And also, they can add a question for the pimple. And as this class is only 80 minutes, we're going to end the class in this part. And the next class, we are going to continue using the pimple card. Well, this class were like almost based on vocabulary because they start the topic the last week. And as you can see, I suppose that was better for me to explain the activities than to try to demonstrate as was an real class. Hope to you to understand, and I think that's all for my part. So thank you so much, and bye.